Peace and prosperity be unto all who's listening and watching. It's your girl, Shaeranea, right? And I'm back with another video. And today we're going to talk about the 5 love languages and how important it is to know what your love language is. And like, I believe that we're supposed to have all 5, but the way the world is operating and the way things have turned up in life in general, well, we kind of don't have them all. And we would need to have them all, but we don't have them all. Like, I lack 1, but I have 4. And some people only have 1. And, you know, some people have 2, and, you know, some people have a specific one they love, and some people feel uncomfortable with the others, and some people don't fully understand why the others are important. And that's the purpose of self-love and knowing yourself and knowing how important these different loves are for you as a person, as an individual. If there's no deep relationship with you, there can never be no deeper relationship with another. And we are a reflection of who we are, but also our relationships are a reflection of us as well. So the deeper you can become with you, the deeper you can get with another person. So and it also is a reflection of themselves as well, because it also justifies and clarifies whether a person is deeply in tune with themselves enough to get close and deep with you. Because some people have no inner depths, no inner substance, no inner deeper relationship or deeper connection with themselves. And some people fully don't understand themselves, don't fully understand their emotions, their love language, don't understand why that love language just seems so important. And then, you know, and don't get the importance of having the others. And, you know, people don't understand, if you have 4 directions, 4 elements, you have 5 senses, you got 5 physical senses, you got 5 spiritual senses, you have 4 bodies. When you have all these, you know that we're lacking in love in such a major way. And I'm going to tell you the different ones, like words of affirmation. If you like people to speak, you know, speak words of, you know, affirmation, speak positive things to you, then that will be your love language. The way you like to be talked to. You like somebody to speak to you like Romeo. No, I'm missing. But yeah, quality time. Quality time is a good thing, but that's also one. Receiving gifts. I lack in this area because I'm not materialistic. I've never been spoiled, and I've always had to work hard for what I want. So I don't desire anybody to do anything for me, and I'm not expecting it. Act of service, which is easy because I'm a humanitarian and someone who loves to give. So I'm a giver, a healer, and an empath. So giving is easy for me, and an act of service is just, you know, giving in whatever way you can, as an intellectual, giving advice or wisdom or helping people solve certain problems with a solution. So, you know, that's easy. Physical touch is another one. You know, wanting to be able to touch another individual is very powerful. I believe it's another one when people get off by the minds of other individuals. I love that. That's like something I'm really fascinated by. I love intellectuals and people who have such stimulating minds, you know. Oh, it's so beautiful. The minds of the minds of people, you know, how intellectual people can be at times is so stimulating and intriguing, and yeah, it's just awesome, man. So if I had to choose which one I like the most, I like giving. So act of service is a good one. Physical touch, you know, it's not valid, because in my mind it's like, you know, if the person touching you is not sincere and really genuine in how they love you and genuine with how they're touching you, then it's void, it's invalid. You know, I want a man who can touch my soul just as well as he can touch my body. So if it's no inner depths with self, then, touching my body is just like a void language in which you can never speak to my body, and my body won't vibe in that vibration with you. So the frequency in which you incur into would never operate and break through. You can never get to that current flow with me if your words aren't valid. So words of affirmation is like, it's kind of like words, like you speaking life into somebody, but it's also like you also loving to speak life into other people. So it can work either way. You can love someone wanting to speak life into you, or you can be the one who loves to speak life in others. The love languages can be versive. It can be versive. Like, it can be you or the person. So you either love it happening to you or love doing it for another person. And that's what people got to understand about love languages. It's not necessarily a one-way street. It can be mutual. It can be, you can really love it for yourself and not love it for another person, or you can really love it by giving it and also receiving it. So it really just depends on who you are as a person. And if you're someone who wants all that energy back and forth, it's a beautiful thing, but it doesn't happen rare. Quality time is rare. That the biggest thing with quality time, it really depends on, the time. Time is short, and I believe that if people don't respect you, respect your presence, your existence, and respect your absence, and respect your value and your true substance of why you're existing in their lives, then your quality time is invalid and it's not important, because they show no true worth in why you're there, because they don't care. So I believe all love languages are important, and everybody has a right to choose which one they want and which one they love most. But I'm gonna honestly say that you need to have all of them, and even if you're not like really strong in every one of them, you need to have like all love languages. And it's cool to be selective in life, but love, we lack in love the most in the earth, and for you to be very selective in love. I mean, I get it. None of it was raised or built on love. Not every household was built to love. Not everybody was built to survive. Not everybody was built to be independent and, make things happen and prepare. And, not everybody's raised the same. Everybody's raised to love the same. And not everybody love the same. So it's a matter of perspective. And if you're willing to shift your mind and understand how important all 5 love languages are to your mental capacity, but also the soul and the spirit, because it's a part of loving you that you yet unreleased. But until you get in tune and love yourself, you can never get to that place of love with yourself and the universe. So we're, like I was saying in my last video, we are shifting to a higher frequency, a higher currency in this universe, and we're no longer operating from a 4D universe. We're operating from a 5D. So the energy is rising in the universe, and everything is going from a dark phase to rise to a light phase. And we're going to rise. But before we can rise, we have to go through the dark phase. So we have to get through the darkness of the earth. So everything around is mourning, sad. The earth is mourning. The animals are mourning. The trees. Everything around us is sad. Is sorrow. And if you're an empath, I know you feel that impact, and I need you to understand, if you can't sleep at night like I can't, it's okay. You're just going to be strong. You have to get through it, and things are going to get better, I assure you, because the energy and every subconscious mind is all operating from the same point. So we're all getting there. We're all getting to that place, that point in life. So never give up. That's all I got to say. Receiving gifts, yeah. I'm always been the person who's always had to step up, step in, help out, give, or so I'm like the one you call when you need help, or the one people rely on most. I've never really relied on people. It's not really like a big thing. It's not desirable. Because I don't really like to be in debt. I don't like to owe anybody. I don't like anybody to say, "Oh, I did this for you, so you owe me this and that." You know, I don't like to owe people. I don't like to borrow. I don't like to put myself in incomplacent consistencies and bad dispositions in life that is out of my control, because I put myself in the control of others. I don't allow my will to be in other people's hands. I am strong in my independence and strong in my womanhood, and like receiving gifts, if it's not out of the goodness of heart, please don't give me anything, because I won't want it, because I want to know what your agenda is behind it. Me, someone who gives without any expectation of receiving, yeah, I don't have any agenda or beneficial need or desire behind why I done it. I just done it because I done it because, you know, this was wrong with the world. The world's full of robots, people who are artificial intelligence with no emotions or feelings about what they do or what they say, and just do or say anything. And, you know, some things are unjustified, but at the end of the day, I'm just not somebody who's big on receiving gifts. I would never desire gifts the way most people do. I see the importance of money and what it can do and what it can gain and the power it has, but at the end of the day, I just never been in love with money the way most people have. So that energy flows different from me, and though I understand the importance of getting gifts, I have gifts that I've never used in years, and I still have them to this day. And I'm talking about from my 12th birthday to my youngest birthday till now, and I still have all those gifts that I never use. Like, I'm just those kind of people who you can buy something for, I never use it, and I'll keep hold to it. Not to say I never appreciate it, but it's like anything else I have. You know, anything I buy myself, I make sure I take care of it to my best ability, because I appreciate the obligation and the ability to do the things in which I'm able to do. When people buy me gifts, I appreciate them, but the substance in which they have has no substance and value to me, because it just doesn't, you know. And then maybe at some point I may use certain things, but it just had no substance and value for me now. So act of service is just, you know, giving yourself in a way that allows you to help people. So, you know, giving information, you know, solving problems for people needing advice. You know, I'm an author. People want to know how to write a book, or if somebody want to learn how to paint, I could teach them how to paint. Anything that helps people, like these videos, teaching people about love, teaching people about love language, teaching people about self. I'm totally up for that. That's definitely, like, teaching is my biggest thing, and like learning is my greatest thing. So yeah, it's just like making yourself available to give value and deliver what it is that you're purpose to give, and what it is you have to offer. And the biggest thing about living this earth is you just realize people don't value the way that you value yourself. So, you know, you gotta love you even when people don't love you the way you love you. And at the end of the day, that energy hits differently when you realize that some things ain't worth the time. Physical touch is, it doesn't even have to be sexual, because sexual is not everything. Nudity is not really considered sexual. You can lay up on someone and lay on their chest and not do anything. Physical touch doesn't require it to be sexual. It doesn't mean you have to get naked and have a soul tie. It just means you can really lay down and have a deep conversation with somebody, have that true deep intimacy, and conversate with somebody, really get down to business and talk about stuff like aliens, and just get down to some real deep talking. It's rare you can find people to really do that with. Honestly, I've met a lot of people. I've not met enough people, but I met enough people for now at my age of 25, and I could say that I met a lot of great people. I met a lot of good people, but I never met a lot of people with enough substance and enough value within themselves, because the value that they valued was the value of the outside, the outer surface of the flesh, and the material world and the material things, and the gains of the world and the gains of misusing things. So I just never loved people, saw people in the way they saw themselves, because I saw people's soul and spirit. I didn't see their flesh, even though I saw what their flesh was willing to do. And that's what people don't get about a healer, a seer, an empath, you know, somebody who sees beyond you. That's what people don't get. You know, I don't see you. Though I see your flaws, I actually see your wounds at times. I won't speak on it. You know, I won't say, hey, I see all your wounds. I could meet you day one and see your wounds and would never tell you. But I see that. I feel that. I know the difference when people tell me what they think rather than what they feel. And even if you tell me what you think, you still didn't tell me what you feel. So in a sense, you're holding back some part of you. And what people don't understand, it's not good to hold things back. Not from people like me, because I'm always trying to read between the lines, and I'm not an assumption kind of person. I actually go by the energy and the behavior and the patterns of how you act and how you treat me. And I try to get a better understanding based through that, because I study psychology, and psychology is the most powerful thing when it comes to love and understanding people. I believe people give up on themselves too soon. I think people give up on things in life too soon. The things worthy of having are the biggest things people give up on. But my thing is, this is a good book. It's called The 5 Love Languages, and you guys should really get to know what you are into as a person and how you want to be loved, but you also want to work on all of them in general, and you got to know which one you're stronger at and which one you're not good at. I'm not good at receiving gifts, but I have all 5. Though I can accept gifts, and I'm not super prideful to the point where I won't take on a gift, but if you have some hidden agenda, my spirit, my soul will allow me to know that, you know, you don't have no good intent behind what you're doing, so I won't accept your gift. It's a lot of people who come in my life and want to give, but what they give has no substance and has no value, and people don't realize I actually value them. I've actually value the soul, the person that makes you who you are, the inner you, and not the flesh you that you're willing to perceive and give or show me. And, you know, loving people deeply has, you know, always put a martyr on my heart, but having compassion in a world full of hate has always been harder for me as a woman. You know, sometimes I don't really see the purpose of continuing, but I keep going on. So I want to say I love you guys, and I want you to know that you should really look into this book. You should really take the time to get to understand you and how you love and how you want to be loved, and understand what you're strong in, what you're weak in. Because at the end of the day, whether people believe it or not, you all have 5 love languages. Whether you learned them or not, they're all your languages. Okay, they're all you, but you're gonna be stronger in one. Just like you have, I'm predominantly right-handed, but I still use my left hand to do other things. I'm not predominantly left-handed to write, but I'm predominantly right-handed to paint, write, and do all the kind of things. But I could teach this hand how to write, how to paint. It's this. I know that seems like that's like a simple logic, but it makes sense. Even though we're not taught these things, even though we're not taught these different types of love, even though we grew up with a lack of love based on the abandonment that goes on in society and the world. You need to know that these loves are important, and that you knowing yourself and you knowing these loves and how strong you are in each area is important as well. So I hope you guys have a tremendous day, and I know I lagged up on posting a video yesterday, but you know, it's a lot going on. I'm really just trying to keep my head on. So love y'all.